Are you ready for some good news? King Jesus is a fulfillment of King David, not King Saul. Our text is from 1 Samuel 15, and Samuel said, "Because you've rejected the word of the Lord, he has also rejected you from being king." Today's broadcast, we're exploring how King Saul is a foil to King David. In literary terms, a foil is a character that bears similarities but also striking contrast to the central hero of the story. Dr. Watson is a perfect foil for Sherlock Holmes. Both men are smart, but Watson serves to show us how much smarter Holmes is. Watson's hesitancies and concerns serve to highlight Holmes' brashness and fearlessness. Saul and David are both kings of Israel. Both are anointed, both bring sacrifices to the Lord, but they are entirely different. Nowhere is the contrast more pointed than in the ways that the two men face adversity. An in-law of mine owned a seed company that produced one of the finest residential fescues in the world. And I asked him how they developed a quality grass seed, and I was amused at his response. Essentially, they plant a big yard with the best, hardiest, greenest, toughest grass possible. And they watered it, cared for it until it was plush. Then they starved the lawn, persecuted it, and dried it out until it was all brown except for one rebellious blade of grass that refused to die. They harvested the maverick seed and multiplied it in order to plant another yard with the extra hardy seed. And after that yard grew green, they starved it, abused it, and looked for the rebel grass blades that wouldn't die in it. They harvested them and repeated the process. And eventually they had the seed that they wanted. And so they called it rebel. David stood in stark contrast to Saul. Under the heat and stress of life, Saul quickly fell apart. But David withstood the heat of adversity and the drought of loneliness. He was a rebel against the norm. And when Jesus, the son of David, came, he was the ultimate rebel. He withstood temptation and persecution and betrayal without becoming filled with hate himself. He rebelled against the flesh and against the religious oppression of the aristocracy, and he rebelled against the urge to take up a shortcut to glory, and instead, he took the cross. When you feel like giving up, look to the rebel who endured it all for you. Jesus rebelled against every norm in the face of adversity, and so doing, laid his life down for you so that you could be a rebel too. And that's the gospel. That's today's good news, and for more like this, just click right here, or better yet, if you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel. And I hope, in the best sense of the word, you have a rebellious day.